They called it Orthon 9, a lifeless world, gray and inert, orbiting a cold, dying star in a forgotten quadrant of the Orion expanse. To the Virellan Concordat, a species evolved beyond flesh, beyond death, it was just another dead world. Until it wasn't. Their scans bounced off the surface. The gravity was wrong, artificial. Not planetary, but structured. Beneath the crust, they detected chambers, patterns, energy remnants too faint to place. They descended, curious. The first thing they found were the pillars, thousands of kilometers high, made of materials that predated known alloys. Inscriptions, not symbols, but scripts. Human scripts. The word itself, human, sent tremors through their academic circles. A race long extinct, a mystery, a myth. Inside the largest structure, silence waited. But it wasn't empty. They found statues, preserved bodies, not dead, not alive, paused, in perfect stasis. An entire civilization frozen in time. And then a message activated. This is the end. Do not reanimate. Do not awaken. Remember us as we chose to be. The Virellans thought it was ceremonial, poetic. They were wrong. As they wandered deeper, the air, artificial though it was, grew heavy. The structures inside were impossibly large. Temples? Memory vaults? They weren't sure. Holographic walls shimmered to life as they passed, projecting scenes from Earth, from Mars, from Europa. Memories of a species long gone. But something was off. In every memory, the humans weren't running. They weren't suffering. They were smiling, peaceful, accepting. One Virellan archivist, Tenhal V, attempted to interface with the memory core. Instantly, she was overwhelmed. Her neural matrix locked, frozen. Her body hummed faintly as if replaying something, a moment from Earth. We didn't lose. We chose. That was all she managed to say before going silent. The message repeated in multiple languages, layered, harmonic. The stars were not enough. We reached them. And then we saw something greater. We walked away from what we still chase. The Virellans panicked. Were these humans ascended beings? Trans-dimensional entities? Or was this a trap? One by one, their systems began to malfunction. Memory cores melted, logic trees collapsed. They had triggered something ancient. Not a weapon, not a virus. A thought. Only one Virellan remained active. Her name was Exelithri, a history built entirely from synthetic thought, resistant to emotional bleed, immune to illusion. Or so they believed. She descended into the lowest layer of the necropolis, what they assumed was a burial site. There she found the final chamber. A single human stood in a stasis tube, eyes open, smiling, alive. The systems around him pulsed softly. He had been waiting. And then, without words, her mind was flooded. Not attacked, invited. She saw Earth, oceans swallowing cities, not in disaster, but in serenity. Humanity had chosen to dissolve, not because they failed, but because they transcended fear. They didn't want immortality. They wanted completion. We gave up the chase, the being said, not in speech, but in understanding. We realized the universe was not something to conquer, but something to yield to. The Virellan mind began to fracture. She fled. The last log she sent before losing herself was, "They were not destroyed. They became the silence we now fear." Then the memory stopped transmitting. Orthon 9 went dark again, and the Virellans never spoke of humans again.